Now, if we want to test our cable or stock, for example, I'm going to move the stock here. See, it lights up top, down, cancel, resume. So that stock. Guys, all the cars that you see in these videos are for sale on my website, www.woodsandbarclay.com. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, this is a short video on the 85 Wagon. I discovered when I was testing the radio that the rear speakers back here in the cargo area were blown. They didn't sound good at all. So I pulled off the top panel molding up here. And there's the speaker still attached there, but I can see where the speakers were upgraded probably back in the 90s or so. But you can see the cone is, you know, it is broken. So I'm going to actually get some nice modern speakers, same size, and we will get those bolted right back up there in the factory location. You know, that way we can take advantage of, you know, actually restoring the nice Becker radio. The front speakers are excellent. They sound really good. Okay, I've got the replacement speakers ordered. I ordered some Kenwood speakers to put in the back. So also, let's go over here to the parts shelf. You can see this is where I keep a lot of parts for cars. You can see mirrors, pods for air conditioner vents, antennas, refinished wood trim pieces, you know, headlights, gaskets, side markers, trim panels. You know, I got to keep all this stuff in stock, and it's all original OEM stuff. But what we want to do next is replace the cruise control module. And I have a gentleman rebuild all the electronic modules in the car. For example, here's a bunch of cruise control modules depending on what year the car is. This is a Bosch temperature regulator that interacts with the climate control system. Here's a fan blower motor, like relay, and all that stuff is for climate control. But here's what we want to use: 85 300D, CD, and I should have wrote TD on there too. This has been rebuilt. You can see the tabs have been cracked open, and all the electrolytics and whatnot, capacitors and stuff have been replaced on it. So we're going to put a new cruise control module in this car, because I remember back when I was testing it out, when I first got it, the cruise control didn't work. And 99% of the time, it's the cruise control module that goes under the dash. So let's go ahead and put this fresh rebuilt module under there. Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to remove the cruise control module. It's under the dash, and there's not really a good camera angle, but I've already got the little plastic clips that cover the screws under this under dash kick panel. And then there's 3 screws we just take out here. All right. And then once those screws are out, you have a plastic screw here and over here. And it helps to put on your emergency brake. They look like this. They're just plastic retaining screws. Really, you put them in and you turn them 90 degrees, and then they'll clip in place. So once you have that down, there is our original cruise control module right here. And it has one 10mm bolt up there. You cannot see it. I'll show it to you once I get this panel out. And you remove that bolt, and then we can pop in our replacement. Okay. First we want to unplug it. We're going to go ahead and just unplug it right here. All right. There we go. Now, right there. See that little 10mm bolt back there? It's right there. So you got to get a wrench or a socket, and you got to come in from over here across to get right there. So that's kind of tricky. It has to be the exact right length. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that. Okay, this is what I use just because it's the exact right length to go behind that pedal and get to that screw. This is just out of my, cheap Advanced Auto Parts socket set. And I just put the adapter on there. And there we go. Turns out that is like exactly the right length to easy get up in there and shoot across. Let me see if I can show you how that works. Okay, I know this is kind of hard to see, but you see I have my socket coming up on this side of the steering column. And it goes right across behind the steering column and right into that bolt that we need to get out. And I just know that this is the exact correct length to give me clearance over here to turn it. Now this cruise control just pops out right like that. And you can leave your bolt in there. And there we go. Okay, once we have it down, we see the bracket. And there's where the bolt was going in. And right above the bolt hole, there's another little hole. That's where this like locating or mounting tab sticks into. And then the bolt screws right into there. So all we need to do, we don't need to bother disconnecting this. We are going to remove the cruise control unit using these two Phillips screws. We're going to remove it from the bracket and install our new one. And this came off this way. We want to put the other one on the same way. So let's go compare the modules to make sure we have the correct module to go in here. Okay guys, here's the module we pulled out of the car, and the modules have a number on them. Now this one's 002-545-9132, and here's our rebuilt one, 002-545-9132. This one's been taken apart. See how the tabs have been opened up and the circuit board has been slid out, and all the electrolytics, capacitors and whatnot have been replaced. You can see this is an original that's never been tampered with. So we'll send this off, have this one restored for the next car. So let's go ahead and put this one back in here. Now the numbers, it's possible to install a module that the number does not exactly match, because there's I think two different numbers that cross-reference each other depending on the model year. Depending on your model year, you're going to have a different, I don't know what they were changing, but for example, see, there's a different number. And I have this one, that's a 1982. And this one is a 1984. That appears to be the same number, but I've got a whole stack of them over here. And they change the numbers, part numbers, each year, and there's like a couple of them that work with each year. So you got to make sure you're familiar with your part numbers. All right, guys, before we put our new module in there, this is some original Mercedes test equipment, and that allows us to test the stalk and the actuator or motor under the hood. And we just have that plugged in to the cruise control connector there. And what we do, we put our key in glow plug position. We can see it lights up. Now, if we want to test our cable, our stalk, for example, I'm going to move the stalk here. See, it lights up top, down, cancel, resume. So that stalk is working perfectly. Now, if we look at the motor out here, I can press the motor button right here. Okay, there we go. There's our cruise control actuator. I'm going to test the motor. There we go. So that works perfect. So now we know, I'll go ahead and turn the car back off. So now we have made sure that our stalk is working correctly and our actual throttle actuator under the hood passes the motor test. That's working correctly. So now I know when I put in this rebuilt module, everything is going to function correctly. And there we go, guys. We have our cruise control module, rebuilt module in here. I wrote 300D and CD. It also is TD. You saw the part number is exactly the same, but this is the, you find these on the 85 model. This one's fully rebuilt and will last a long time. So you guys will see me actually testing it in the test drive video. But we already tested the switch, the actuator up there, the stalk, and the actuator up front, and this is a fresh brand new built one, so it's going to be no problem at all. There is a third component to the cruise control, and it's actually behind your cluster. Right behind it, there's a little switch up here. And basically when you speed up, when you get to like, I think it's either 30 or 40 miles an hour, it kicks that switch, which allows you to engage the cruise control. It doesn't allow you to gauge it if you're slower, if you're too slow. So if that switch is not plugged in or your switch has failed, your cruise control won't work despite your stock, your module under the dash, and your actuator working. So if all of those are good, you know you have a bad switch behind the gauge cluster. And it's right on the back of it. You know what? Let me show it to you guys. There's just a parts gauge cluster. Okay, that one that looks like the cover's been popped off, but there it is right there. It's that 2-prong connector. And it usually has a nice black cover over it. This is a parts cluster, but that's your 2 prongs where it plugs in, and that's what watches your speed and lets you activate the cruise control. So I'm going to go ahead and get this installed and button back up. All right, and there we have it, guys. There's our new module. Got our little 10mm bolt back in there, and we have our plug reconnected right there. There's our new, well, rebuilt module. So let me put this kick panel back on, and then we are done with the cruise control refurbishment. And there we go, guys. The underdash panel is reinstalled. Our cruise control is refurbished. So next thing we want to do, let's put in our new speakers in the rear cargo area. All right, we have our Kenwood speakers. Here we go. Those are going to sound very good. So let's go ahead and get those mounted up in the car. Are you guys ready to put these speakers in? What do you think, Jefferson? They're going to sound good, aren't they? All right, guys, we have our nice new speakers installed. Beautiful. Let's test these guys out. Ah, mission accomplished. Nice. We have good speakers, and the fading works perfect. Mission accomplished. There you go. That's faded to the back. You can hear them playing perfect. And then that's up front. Beautiful. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and put the header panel back in here and reattach our dome light, and then we'll be done. Okay, I got everything buttoned back up, got all the screws back in place, got the header panel back in, and we have our new speakers. I also put in the spare bunt wheel. I went ahead and got the same exact tire mounted as I have on the car, so it's a new tire. And you can see the bunt wheel has never been used. So yeah, I'll get the tire covers in the back seat, put that back up there. And that's it for the speakers. Wednesday, I'm changing the windshield gasket. And then Scott and I are going to detail the vehicle. And this vehicle will be officially done. So this weekend, probably stay tuned for I'll probably do a walk around and test drive video this weekend. I don't know when you guys are seeing this video, so I don't know why I just said this weekend. Anyway, see you guys in the next video.